I update my portfolio, what I'm buying, what I'm selling, and I also break it down the key events in the stock market. Whatever I say it here is only for educational purpose and not a financial advice. I only share this knowledge so others can also get some benefit out of my education. So my portfolio is 90% I invested in the AI infrastructure stocks, so which I am very bullish on. And I am a fundamental investor. So it means before investing in any company, I make sure the business has a strong fundamentals, strong future growth, strong management, and they have a good plans, and the future visibility of revenue is there. And next step, I make sure the valuation, the price which I'm paying, the stock is reasonable. I'm not paying for a very expensive stock, because if the stock is very expensive, so you cannot really generate returns on your investment. And so I would say I am 70 to 80% a fundamental investor, and I invest for the long term. But 20 to 25% I also pay attention to the technicals. So when I talk about the technicals, the charts, I only pay attention to the three things. So I make sure the stock which I'm investing, it's trading above their 200-day moving average, and the volume and the price action. So these three things, because I believe, so the stock price is the slave of earnings. So as long as earnings are keep growing quarter by quarter, so eventually the stock price will follow. So these three things tells me the whole picture. So once I am satisfied fundamentally, I am satisfied that the price is reasonable to pay for the future growth, and technically when I'm satisfied, okay, the stock is in a uptrend and there is a good smart money also getting into the stock. So these all are my green flags to initiate my position. So this is my practice I almost do every week. So every week when the trading session starts, from Monday, and so I sit down, I analyze the weekly chart of my portfolio, each and every stock, so which tells me where the particular stock is trading and what would be my next strategy for that particular week. So I always try to buy in a strength, and I try to trim it when there is a weakness. So today I thought, so I go live and I do the technical analysis with all of you guys, so you can also pay attention, and if you think it's a valuable, so you can also learn something. Okay, so let me fix my camera to my screen. Okay, that's my kitchen, so you don't want to see that. Okay. If I can bring a little bit closer. Okay, I think it's all set. All right. So let's start with the Broadcom first. So Broadcom, it's one of the biggest position in my portfolio. I almost invested 6% of my portfolio in Broadcom. So this is the weekly chart I'm watching. So as you can see, the stock is in uptrend, and the red line, that's a 200-day moving average. So if you don't know what is 200-day moving average, so this is basically the closing price average of last 200 days. And so it's sitting exactly at 200-day moving average, so which looks like a very strong support zone for Broadcom. And so this looks like a very good entry point if someone wants to enter in the Broadcom. So this is the perfect point. So I'm not going to add more into my position because I got enough in my portfolio. So yeah, I'm quite happy whatever I hold. So I will be paying attention. I need to make sure that this stock keep trading above their 200-day moving average. So if this breaks, so I would see the next support would be near 342 or $41, and the major support zone would be near $300, so where it made the bottom in March this year. So if that happens, so normally I trim my position or sell it if the stock goes below 200-day moving average. But with the Broadcom, because they have strong fundamentals, I have studied this business very carefully. The next 3 years are very good for the Broadcom. So they are going to increase the earnings like 100%. So I am I am quite confident and I have very high conviction in the business. So even if it breaks the 200-day moving average, I will stay invested. And if the price comes here, so which would be a huge discount, so I may add few shares, but for now, like I will just leave it alone. So next stock that I hold, CoreWeave. Okay, so let's have a look what the price charts say. Okay, so this price action doesn't look very nice. I can't see any buyers stepped in last week. So the it is trading at $81.75. So I have invested almost 5% in this stock as well. So it broke the 200-day moving average, right? So here, well, on Thursday, I already trimmed my position here when it broke. So now I won't be adding any more shares until I see the serious buying happening here, or maybe that's the support zone I can tell as far as this chart suggests me. So 68, 69. So if price comes here and bounce back and consolidate here, so that would be another support zone where I would be adding few more shares here. Uh, so otherwise, yeah. So I won't be buying anymore. So, but I won't be trimming too, because they have a huge backlog, like more than 100 billion of future backlog, and eventually I think, yeah, this stock will come up. So basically, it's just the sentiment which is bringing down the stock. And the next position I have in my portfolio is HPE. So if you don't know what is HPE, so they supply AI servers to the data centers. So yeah, as we can see in the chart, it made all-time high at $64, or maybe not all-time high, just it must have made all-time high long ago, or maybe not. Anyway, so yeah, and then it came down. So, but it is still trading above the 200-day and 50-day moving average. So, which is still, it looks like it's an uptrend in a bull market. And there was little buying happen here. If I change to the daily, but not huge, like. And yeah, so I got enough in my portfolio, so it's an uptrend. Fundamentally, HPE is a very strong position, so I won't be adding any more shares. So if I want to add, I think I'll still be looking for some more discounts. So at least if price comes 32 around, so this would be the point I may start thinking to add few more shares. But for now, like, yeah, so it's still trading above both of the averages in a bull market. They have a strong fundamentals. So I'm guessing still HPE is in a good place. Okay, so next stock, Lumentum, Silicon Photonics. All right, so it broke the 50-day moving average, and there was buying happened above their 200-day moving average. Um, what was the volume? So volume was almost 19.28 million. So what's the average daily volume? Okay, so let me quickly see what is the daily volume of Lumentum. Okay, so I'm guessing it's little bit more. Okay, so it was almost, so about 4 million is the daily average of volume for Lumentum. And so last week they have done 19 million. So yeah, that's the weekly figure. So which is almost at the same volume, like there is not huge spike. So yeah, so yeah, but fundamentally this strong is good. And so if someone wants to enter here, I think this is a good price. If I, yeah, so on Thursday, the last week was 4-day trading. So on Thursday, I saw that there was buying happened. If I turn to that, so yeah, so in the last 2 hours, see there's green candles. So it means there was buying happened. So it means investors are still interested in the stock. So yeah, if someone wants to enter, this is a good entry point. And myself, I got enough, so I won't be adding any more Lumentum. Okay, so let's move on to my next. Um, okay, so where is my next? Applied optoelectronics. So yeah, so this stock broke the support at $129, and let me quickly delete this so you can see it properly. Yeah, this was the Thursday price action. The price hit almost $113 and then bounced back and finished the week at $121. So it means there was some buying happened. And if I turn to the daily charts, so yeah, I could see the volume was quite high on the last day of trading, and there was some buying happened. So yeah, even applied optoelectronics, it's a good entry point. It's almost down like 50% from its all-time high, and this company is expected to grow the earnings like 450% in fiscal year 2027, and end of fiscal year 26 they are going to generate $1 in EPS, which would be profitable because as of today, so they are negative generating EPS. So end of this year, so it will generate $1 in EPS, which would be turning profitable. And then next year, so another 450%, so which would be $5 or $6 EPS end of fiscal year 2027. So fundamentally, yes, it's a strong company. There is a strong demand for uh, the hardware components which are used in AI to move the data faster. So yeah, so their opticals are to build the AI infrastructure. So yeah, this company is well placed to take the benefit. And if you see the market cap, it's I think it's just so in 9 billion. So yeah. All right. So yeah, and even how much I have in my portfolio, if I quickly have a look. AAOI. Yeah, so I got almost 3.81%. So I may add few more shares. Um, yeah, so if price stays here when the trading starts, I may add some more shares of AOI. If it's going up, then only I will buy. If it's going down, then I will wait for the buyers to step in, because I always buy in the strength, not in I don't buy the falling knife. And as I can see, it's trading above their 200-day moving average. It it did break its 50-day moving average, but that's okay. So I mainly focus on 200-day moving average. Okay, so next stock, SanDisk. SanDisk is very interesting, man. Memory chips. Oh, look at this. So it's bounced back from the 50-day moving average. So yeah, so I think this is a good entry point, and there's a quite a discount from its all-time high. So all-time high was almost 2350, and so 200-day moving sitting at 1691, and the price is 1745. So yeah, so there was some buying. Let's see the volume when this buying happened. Yeah, so price drops and there was some buying. Volume was quite high. If we see hourly, so yeah, in the last 2 hour session, so this is a green candle, so there was some buying, but still this is a very weak price action. So yeah, I won't be adding many shares at these levels. So yeah, SanDisk, like I think I would wait for some more discount. Yeah, so I already have almost 4%, so that should be okay for now. After SanDisk, I got Zeta. So Zeta is my high conviction bet, which is a long-term compounder. And for time frame I have selected for Zeta is almost 10 years. So I try to hold this company for next 10 years. The only reason I sell it before if the fundamentally this company deteriorates. I have been following this stock for quite a while now, and from last 18 quarters, so they have been hitting their targets and upgrading their revenue and free cash flow growth, so which I like about this business. The company is about 5 billion market cap. Yeah, it's 5 billion market cap. So this stock has a potential to be 10x if they keep growing with the same pace that company is guiding. So yeah, and so almost I have 3.72% of my portfolio invested, and it's trading above their 200-day moving average. So as long as it stays above, I will keep adding few more shares. So why I haven't increased my position 5% or more than 5%? Because a lot of my money is invested in the AI infrastructure players, because they will be the one first get benefited. With this stock, I can even buy later, like if I don't have the money. So yeah, but yeah, I think I got the money on the sideline. So yeah, but this is my high conviction stock, but it's not priority as of today. So because I think this stock is in consolidation phase. Even if it goes up a little bit more from here, I will buy later. So the valuation is very attractive. The business model is very strong. They have got good contracts from the EVs, as enterprises, EVs, enterprises. Okay, so next, Credo Technology. So yeah, Credo is, there was a buying happened here. So price dropped to $226 and finished the week at 241 and still above both of the averages. So yeah, it's an uptrend. Credo is growing faster. So this company provides optic cables to the data centers, which helps move data faster. So yeah, so just like Lumentum and Applied Optoelectronics. So yeah, and so valuation wise, this company is trading cheaper compared to Lumentum and Applied Optoelectronics. So valuation wise, this is a good name. So I have three positions in this data connectivity solutions. So yeah, am I adding more shares? Not really. So yeah, so almost 3.65% invested. So I think I'm quite happy for now. Next is Irene. Your cloud. Very little buying happened. It's a big red candle. Look at the volume. So now price action is very weak. Broke 200-day moving average. Yeah, so I trimmed some shares nearly here. I won't be adding more if I don't see any buying happen here. So if price keep dropping, I will trim more and I use the money with other stocks which already going upward and in a uptrend. So this looks like it broke the 200-day moving average, but this is the company. It's going to take just a 1 day price action to come above 200-day moving average. So because it's a very volatile name, and so yeah, because of the huge demand for compute and AI data centers, so I think iron's still gonna be okay, especially with the recent Nvidia deal. All right, so next stock, Micron. I'm guessing Micron should be the favorite stock for many investors. So yeah, so almost all the AI infrastructure stocks got sold off from last 2 weeks, right? And few sold more, few little less. So Micron, yeah, so under $1,000, it's very attractive price, $975 above both of the averages, and fundamentally very strong. They are signing 5-year contracts with the companies, so they got future visibility of revenue. So looks like Micron is not a cyclical business anymore. So yeah, demand for memory chips is changing. So does the stock performance. And yeah, so very attractive valuation. It's trading at 7 times forward price to one ratio. So yeah, uh, I may add few more shares at these levels. So Micron, yeah, I'm interested in buying more. And what's the next one? Eli Lilly. So Eli Lilly was the only stock in my portfolio last week which was in green. So yeah, the last week was a red for this particular stock, but in my portfolio, so it's still green because it's performing before and trading above they are both averages and almost sitting at all-time high. So yeah, this is a defensive name. So again, this is my hedge. Almost 5% invested in Eli Lilly. So because I got 20% cash sitting on the sideline, and 5% I got in Eli Lilly. So other 75% I have invested in. Most of them are AI names, just the Zeta and few other stocks, which are not directly AI infrastructure names, but they are like a application layer for AI. So yeah, and yeah, so as long as stock is keep performing, going up, I won't be adding more. So yeah, if it's go up, and the moment I see it starts going down, I will trim my position or may sell if all my shares, and increase my cash position, or if I get a attractive valuation with the with the AI infrastructure names, I may add my position into that. Okay, what's next? Flex. So they supply components to the liquid cooling companies. Yeah, so very weak price action. Volume was low, I would say, or just at the same average where they usually get. So when I talk about the volume, so this is the volume. So I love to watch when this is the volume and the buying happen. So that's a very strong price action. So this was the week. This was 15th of June. So, and look at the price. So price dropped to here, and then buyer stepped in and finished that particular week at the price of $147. So this one actually, yeah. So very strong price action. And yeah, so it's consolidating and above or just broke 50-day moving average, but that's okay. So yeah, and so this is where the volume spike happened. That's the price action. Looks like some institution stepped in and bought a lot of shares, so because of that the price went up. What a sharp move. 92 to 141. Awesome. Almost 50% jump in a week. What else you can ask for, right? But I bought the stock when this move happened. So yeah, I think my average buy price was 141 or $42. So yeah, so I might be adding few more shares. So yeah, let's see how it goes. If the price keep dropping, nah. If price stays here, then yeah, I may add a few more shares of Flex Limited. Okay. Next is Dell. Oh yeah, so Dell is also consolidating. Buyer stepped in, so looks like this is a very strong support zone for Dell. 378. So yeah, and look at this week. So price drop to 356, and then buyer stepped in. Look at the volume was also elevated, very attractive. So yeah, if the price stays at the same level, I will add Dell more. So I'm bullish on this company's fundamentals. So they are guiding higher, and so this was, oh look, they beat 64% EPS beat in the last earning, and the next earning would be on 3rd of September. So yeah, Dell is good. Vertiv is my recent added stock into my portfolio. Almost have 2% of my portfolio in Vertiv. it broke the 50-day moving average, but still above 200-day moving average. And look, that's the support. It's exactly sitting at 200-day moving average. So yeah, that would be the major support if the price falls more. Even it's consolidating here. There was some buying, $300. Yeah, so it's a fair price to pay. So this stock is trading at premium because of the demand for liquid cooling. Even the TAM itself is growing with a 20% CAGR. So this stock has a strong moat. And yeah, so good position, uptrend, good fundamentals. I love at these levels. I may add few more shares. Yeah, as long as price stays here. If it drops, I will make sure it stays above their 200-day moving average, and that will be my green signal to add few more shares. Nokia. Yeah, Nokia. So this was, so the 1218 was the price when the buyer stepped in before, but looks like it closed below that price. So $12.05. Yeah, I haven't made my mind if I want to add more Nokia. I really want to see serious buying before I enter. But good thing is it's still above their 200-day moving average, and this stock will be beneficiary with Edge AI. Okay, so next, Modine. It's another liquid cooling name in my portfolio. Yeah, so there was some buying, sitting at strong support above 200-day moving average. Price is, it's good, it's attractive to pay. Yeah, so it's a good entry point. How much I have in Modine? Yeah, so I can add few more shares at these levels. A good price. What else I got? Okay, and when, yeah, same. So almost Vertiv, Envent, Modine, they have the same price chart. And all three companies deal in the same segment. They provide liquid cooling to the data centers, which keeps the GPU cool. And yeah, what else I'm missing? Yeah, so I have already sold Meta, Microsoft. I don't have in my portfolio anymore. Warrior, yeah, Warrior Met Coal and AMR, so which are metallurgical coal companies. So they are coal mining companies, which I have position. So yeah, so they both broke their 200-day moving average, and I trimmed a lot of my shares in the both companies. So this is Warrior Met Coal. The another company is Alpha Metal. So why I haven't exited completely, because fundamentally they both companies are well placed, and analysts are expecting the EPS to grow 2 to 300% in the coming years. So yeah, fundamentally they have strong fundamentals. So looks like even AMR sitting at its support zone. So before the price bounced from here, and look the buying from this levels. So this is a good entry point, but I won't be adding any more shares. I will wait this to climb above the 200-day moving average, then only I will add. So yeah, so in the both of the stocks, AMR and HCC. So if you put together, so I got like 3% invested, which is not a big position. I will definitely increase. So, but yeah, they have to be come above the 200-day moving average. So before I start adding into my positions. So yeah. So with this being said, so that's whole my portfolio. And so yeah. So if it's your first time watching my live, so I am Ricky and I am the Peaceful Investor. On my channel, I normally um, walk through my portfolio strategy, my investment thesis, and I try to be transparent with everyone what I'm buying, what I'm selling. The only reason behind it is just to educate and learn and teach few things and learn few things from you guys. So if you find value in my content, don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, I would love to see some comments. Don't forget to comment below. And yeah, I will read each and every comment and I answer them as soon as I see them. So I'm a long-term investor, so trying to get retired in next 8 years. Hopefully I will get there. So yeah, thank you so much for joining today. And remember, whatever I share here is not a financial advice, just my personal views. So thank you so much for joining in today.